Running fast is about maintaining acceleration as long as possible. It's not about running as fast as I can, as quick as I can for a short amount of time. So we've had some questions about the initial setup and acceleration and how I propel myself from a stationary start, whether that be a 2-point or a 3-point or a block start. My personal feeling is that 90% of my power comes from my front foot and 10% comes from the back foot. Coaches coach it a number of different ways. My rationale for this is my front leg is at 90 degrees. Whether I'm in a 2-point, I'm in a 3-point, or I'm in a 4-point, I'm at 90 degrees on the front leg. So if we work our way back to the weight room, when I squat down to 90, that's when I have the most power. So my front foot is obviously going to do most of the work because it's at 90. The back leg is at 120 degrees, much harder to push from back there. So first, that's simple, right? We know that that's math. 90 degrees, get the most power. So my front leg is going to do the most work. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the back leg to do less work for two reasons. One, I want it to be fast and able to pull through. I want that step to be quick. Secondly, if I push off the back foot, I've now moved my weight onto the back foot and I push, I can't run from this position. So if I push off the back foot and it reaches and lands in front of the hip, I've created negative energy when I want to create positive energy. So I want to be able to get here, I want to push here, create triple extension, and pull that back foot off the ground and be able to push down the track. I don't know that you can gauge 90%. I think that's a number that I'm coming up with, right? I think as a coach, what you're gauging is not what the percentage separation is, but more where is my athlete positioned when they come off that next step, right? So for me, everything is about positions. So if I set my athlete up and they push off here, and I say I want 90% of my power here, and they say, well, it feels like I've only got 50%, but on the first step, that foot landed underneath the hip and they created triple extension off it. Hey, I don't care what you feel like it is, right? So long as I'm hitting the right positions and the power is going down the track, I'm a happy camper as a coach. Experimentation with that particular athlete is important, right? We've done a series here with 4 different athletes that are built very differently. They're all world-class athletes. None of them run the same as the next one, right? I can't coach Favor the way I coach Azim. They're very different athletes. Favor can squat the house. Azim's never been in the weight room, right? Favor weighs 180 pounds. Azim weighs 137. These are very different people. So as a coach, you're continuously working on that particular athlete and you're experimenting with it, right? So take the feet, set it up and tell your athlete, okay, I want you to push off both feet, right? And what's going to happen is they're going to do this and they're going to jump and land with their feet together. All right, now we want to create separation, right? So I want to be able to push off this one and drive and then pull that foot and put it on the ground. So as a coach, yes, always be experimenting, right? Take your athlete, make simple adjustments, put them in positions that they can be successful, but understand that your timing for those adjustments is more important than what the adjustment is, okay? In other words, don't show up at the track meet, warm up, and tell your athlete we're gonna change your block starts 5 minutes before the race, right? This should be done in the preseason when we have time and we have the ability to make adjustments and then come back from them and talk about them.